Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome. Subscribe to my channel if you like Game of Legends and you want more GOL content. In this video, I'm going to be making a beginner's guide, not really a fastest way to power up guide, but just a beginner's guide, just to give everybody who's new to the game just a deeper understanding so they can know really what's going on a little bit more. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just the fact that this game is in closed beta. So some people join the game and then they find out that the game is in closed beta, and that means that the progress in the game is going to be wiped. Everybody's going to lose their progress and their accounts once the game fully launches. So I just want to make that clear so you guys all know the game is in closed beta and your progress will be wiped. Sorry, excuse me. But with that being said, it's still a good time to join the game and start playing and learn how to play so that once the game finally does launch, then you actually know what's going on and you can have an advantage over the people who haven't played yet. Sorry, there's something in my throat. But anyway, let's do this. So Astral Towers will be one of the ways that you can uncover the fog in this game. Let's see if I can find one. There's one right here. If you've played a similar game to this, then you send your scouts out, you send them to a fog tile, and your scouts will uncover that tile of fog. But the fog works differently in this game. You'll send out your scouts to an astral tower, and once you discover the astral tower, you can spend I believe it's called a beacon of light or something like that. You can spend it on an astral tower to illuminate it, which will uncover a large area of fog, probably about like this big-ish. That's one way to uncover the fog, and then there's also, let's see, where is it? Here it is. Altars of Wonder. You just go to an Altar of Wonder, tap one of the artifacts in the Altar of Wonder, go to it. It'll take you to an NPC. You'll go over there with your exploration team. We'll talk about exploration teams later. You'll go over there with your exploration team, talk to the NPC, complete his quest, and he'll reward you with 10 artifact shards, which is 10 is how many you need to actually unlock the artifact. So you'll unlock the artifact, you'll complete that part of the astral or altar of wonder, I mean, and then you'll go on to do all 6 of the rest of the artifacts for that altar of wonder. And once you complete all of those, then you can illuminate the altar of wonder to uncover all of the fog in the entire region. And there's 6 regions in the game, so there's 6 altars of wonder. I would recommend for the beginner players to set out to do that first. As soon as you get in the game, just go to the Altars of Wonder and complete all of them to uncover all of the fog on the map. You can complete that in a single day if you're playing a lot, a couple days if you're playing less. So that's how the fog works in this game. It's different than other games. It's pretty innovative, it's new and fresh. No other game has done it this way. I think it's pretty cool. Sorry, excuse me. Let's see, what will we talk about next? Exploration teams. So a really unique thing about this game that I've never seen done before in a similar strategy mobile game is exploration teams. We have exploration teams, which makes this game kind of feel like half RPG, half strategy game because you can go around with your exploration teams, grind mobs, complete quests like the artifact quest for the Altar of Wonders that we just talked about. You can even fish with your exploration team, and you can forage with your exploration team, like mine mining nodes and gather um, herb nodes with your exploration team to get items that you can trade in for reputation and things like that. So the exploration team is pretty cool. You'll start out with just one hero in your exploration team, and then once you get a 3-star hero, then you can have up to 3 heroes in your exploration team. So yeah, you'll use your exploration team to do all of the Altars of Wonder, and you'll get artifacts from that. So let's talk about artifacts now. There's 6 regions in the game, and they all have their own artifacts that you can find. You can find them from doing the Altar of Wonder quest, from hunting mobs, from fishing, foraging, and they'll give you a ton of awesome stats, which each artifact really doesn't give you a whole lot, but all of the stats that they give you accumulate and stack, and then it becomes these huge bonuses. Like, we have 450 base hero attack, 3.5% all troop attack, 5.5% light infantry attack, 7.5% heavy infantry attack, 20% march speed, what's some other, 20,000 hospital capacity, 36%, hero experience gain. So there's some big, awesome bonuses in here. And then, you have your base stats, endurance, dexterity, charisma, willpower, luck. And we don't really know exactly what all of those base stats do. We know that luck is good for fishing, but the game's still in closed beta and they haven't really released all of the information about all of the stats yet, so I don't even know what endurance, dexterity, and charisma and willpower do. But when I learn what it does, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So, we talked about exploration team artifacts. Let's talk about lost treasures now. So, the first thing I recommend you guys to do is complete all of your altars of wonder, and once you do that, you'll uncover all of the fog on the map, which will allow you to find lost treasures throughout the map, which are these things right here. You'll go over to them with your exploration team, and they'll give you tons of advanced summoning stones, which will allow you to upgrade your heroes. I have a 4-star legendary hero with all maxed skills right here, and that's because I was doing those lost treasures, and I've unlocked all of the legendary heroes except for one just by running around the map and collecting these lost treasures. There's at least like 600 of them, we believe. I haven't really seen anybody who's uncovered more than 600 of them. I think there's probably around 600. But you'll just run around the map, collect those. They'll give you a ton of speed ups, resources, and a ton and ton and ton and ton of advanced summoning stones. So you can get all of your legendary heroes and all of your epic heroes. And speaking of heroes, let's talk about heroes now. So it's pretty standard, just like all of the other strategy mobile games. You've got your green, blue, purple, which is epic, and then you've got your orange, which is legendary heroes. From my experience, I haven't gotten into a lot of war in this game yet, but I've gotten into a little bit, and I've taken a deep look at all of the heroes and all of their skills, and I think the balancing is pretty decent. Pretty decent. Like, some heroes are way overpowered, and some feel a bit underpowered, but like the blue ones aren't supposed to be very strong, and obviously the green ones aren't going to be as strong as the blue ones, which aren't going to be as strong as the purple ones, so it's not like they're all perfectly balanced. But there's a good variety of heroes, I would say. I can see most of the epic heroes being useful. I can see most of the legendary heroes being useful, so I think the balance is actually pretty decent. But let's take a look at my NAR right here. So you have talents, you have skills. Let's take a look at the skills. So when your hero is 1-star, you'll only have the first skill available. When you go to 2-star, you'll have the second skill available, and so on up until you unlock all of the hero's skills once you have them to 4 stars. You can level up any skill you want at any time. So let's say you have a 4-star hero and you have all of your skills at level 1. You can choose this skill. Let's say, for example, I want to level up Dark Slayer. You can choose this skill and spend Tomes of Knowledge. Yeah, I believe they're called Tomes of Knowledge. You can spend Tomes of Knowledge on Dark Slayer to level that one up specifically, and then you can level it up all the way to 10 or whatever, and then let's say you want to skip this one for now and you'll level it up later, so you can just select this one and level that one up. So you can choose whichever skill you want to level up at any time. It's not randomized. You can specify exactly which one you want to level up, so that's really nice compared to other similar games that don't do that. You've got your talents. The talent trees look like this. They're pretty standard. Pretty standard. I really feel like in this game, probably once you choose a talent tree, you're probably just going to completely invest in it because the talents at the very end are just like super OP. And so now that I'm investing in the skills talent tree, I really want to put all of my points in here and get these last skills. And once I do that, I believe I won't have any points left over for the other trees. So I feel like the way that it currently is now, you'll probably just end up investing completely into one tree, which isn't too exciting, Like typically in these types of games, they'll do something where you want to invest mostly in one tree, but then you'll put like 5 points in another tree or like 10 or 15 points or whatever in another tree. So it makes it kind of a little bit more interesting, but I don't know. I like investing completely in one tree. I don't really mind. So yeah, you've got talent trees, skills. Oh, hero artifacts are pretty interesting. So these are artifacts that you actually equip with your hero, and they unlock your hero's fifth skill. So my Gnar has a fifth skill, which is that he deals 1300% attack damage to the current target. And if I can go to the NPC that will drop this hero artifact, and I can challenge him, beat him, and I'll get 5 hero artifacts each time I defeat him. And so it takes 10 hero artifacts to unlock it at first, and then when you start it up, it takes more hero artifacts to get to the next level, and so on until like at the last level it takes like I don't know 200 hero artifacts to level it up. So you'll have to just sit there and grind the hero NPC with your exploration team over and over to keep advancing your hero artifact, which is pretty cool. I like that feature a lot. It's just cool that it unlocks a fifth ability, and sometimes the fifth abilities for heroes will do like special effects, and it's pretty cool. Sorry, excuse me. So let's talk about alliances now. So in this game, the territory for alliances and the way that alliances work is pretty different and interesting. Let's see. So here's my alliance, and all of my alliance's territory is all of the red. My alliance is RIP. So how it works is eventually the level 1 city will open up. You'll rally, well, in the future I believe they'll make it to where we have to actually rally these cities, but currently in the closed beta, the cities are so weak you can just solo them super easily. So the city will unlock, you'll attack it, take control of it, and then the region that the city is in will become under your control. And for this city, well, there's no borders. Let me see. Yeah, there's no borders for me to show you, but there's like an area probably this big-ish around the city that becomes under our control once we attack the city and defeat it. And then we can place alliance flags. There's one right here. Right there. And you can see the circular area around the alliance flag is where we can teleport. And that's really the only benefit that the alliance flag gives us. It's the only place where we can use alliance teleports. We can't alliance teleport, let's say over here, for example, even though this is our territory. There's no alliance flag there, so we wouldn't be able to alliance teleport there. But anywhere you gather within your territory in all of this red area will give you a gathering bonus and send some of your gathered materials to your alliance warehouse, so you don't have to actually gather within your flag to get that bonus like you do in similar games. So that's very different from any other strategy mobile game that I've seen so far, and I think that's really interesting. And so you'll get your first level 1 city, and then you can attack adjacent level 1 cities to control those ones as well. So you can see that we've expanded pretty much all over the eastern side of the map. Then there's other people who have done the same in other regions of the map. And once you own a city that's adjacent to an enemy city, then you can attack the enemy city and take control over it. So that's how the alliance territory works in the game, and the alliance flags and the capturing of cities. Let's see, is there anything else that's interesting about this game that makes it stand out from other strategy mobile games that I should mention when it comes to alliances? Not really currently. There will be specified diplomacy mechanics, which is really cool. They're not implemented currently yet, but I'm excited to see those. Actually, the rally logs and the war logs are actually really nice. These are really, really nice. I like to see that a lot. And you can bookmark them too as well. So, we talked about alliances, alliance territory. Let's talk about troops. Troop types now. So there is 8 different troop types in this game. There's light missile units, light infantry units, light cavalry units, spellcasters, flyers, heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, and heavy missile. All of the heavies have no counters, and the lights counter each other in a rock, paper, scissors format, with the flying units countering all of the light units, and the spellcasters countering the flying units. So that's pretty interesting. There's lots of different unit types in this game, which I like very, very much. So here's a heavy missile unit. That's like your siege. It actually has pretty decent stats. I can see these being used in combat, especially when you consider the skills that the troops give. Each different type of troop has its own skill, which will take effect in combat. So probably I can see the meta being eventually in the end game, everybody will probably have at least one of each type of troop in each army just to take advantage of all of the different types of skills. Maybe or maybe not, depending. Um, yeah, it just depends. We'll have to really see. We'll have to wait and see. So then you've got your light missile units. These are the heavy missile units. Here's the light missile units. They have their own skill. And then I believe probably what's going to happen is all of the different units will have different graphics to represent them. But for now, the T1 heavies, T2 heavies, T3 heavies, and same for the lights, T1 and T2 lights. They all look the same, but I think that's just placeholder units. I think they'll probably have their own distinct looks in the future, hopefully. So you've got your 5 separate troop buildings for each different unit type. Over here, you can see all of your units in your stronghold. Your city in this game is called a stronghold. You can see all your units over here, and you can level up your war field. Your leveling up your war field is very, very important because it will increase your troop capacity by quite a large amount. So don't forget to level that up. That's very important. In order to do so, you'll have to level up your Pathfinder station as well as your shooty tower. I'm orc, so all of my buildings have silly names. There's also elves and humans. They each have their own distinct looking strongholds. Let's see, here's an elf stronghold. Looks very cool. It's a Trent. It's got hands, arms. Would be cool if you could actually move it around. That would be super awesome, but you can't. And then there's also humans. Here's a human stronghold. I haven't played those races, so I don't know anything about them really. I just know about orcs. I think orcs is probably the best option. They give you gathering speed and I forget the other bonuses, but when I looked at them, I think orcs are the best. So you have free movement in this game, just like in Rise of Kingdoms. Let me take out an army just to show you real quick. Got free troop movement. You can move them wherever you want, whenever you want. So that's the free troop movement. Let's see, is there anything else to go over? I went over heroes, artifacts, astral towers, altars of wonder, exploration team. I believe that's pretty much it. There's one server in this game right now. Like I said, it's in closed beta. It's only been out for a week. And so jump in here and learn how to play the game now, while there is no pay to win in the game. There currently is zero pay to win at all in this game currently, while it's in closed beta. So this is the only chance you'll ever get to play one of these types of games with zero pay to win. So jump in here, see if you like it. Learn how to play the game and become experienced at it. So once the game finally launches, you'll be experienced and you'll have an advantage over all of the little newbie pot pie juniors. That's it, guys. This is my beginner guide. If you liked it and you want more GOL content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you very much for watching. Peace!